And hello, everybody. It is the SpiffyNeedleGeeks once again. It's Brawlfan1, Supersonic 407, and Rashutsu Rises. Platinum Rhythm may or may not just jump in whenever. So, as you can see by the screen and the title and all that good stuff, today we are talking E3.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
It's oh boy, more video games.
More video
Well,
games. It's like our
well,
channel.
Video
well,
games.
I know last year, and I mean, we'll be doing it the same way this year as well. That, like, after the main contenders did their press conferences, is when we did our discussions and reactions. Talking about what we saw. But last year, I don't remember. Did we do a pre-E3 hope discussion?
If you if
Uh
if
I,
if
I
you, if you
don't
guys did, I wasn't a part of it I was visiting my now ex girlfriend at the time. So
right.
Okay.
Well no, I can safely say no, I don't no, we did not do any well actually I think at one point we attempted to do some pre-E3 discussions, but they never got lifted off the ground. So we only ended up doing discussions post E3. Like
Okay.
both 2015 and 2016.
right, well, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Try not to get too sidetracked here. So pretty much how we're going to handle this is like we're pretty much we're going to be talking about like how we think the conferences are going to go, predictions for like maybe what games we can see, things along like that. And we are going to be going in order of the conferences. Uh, as they're going to be shown on the date. Like Dandy pulled up a little list here. However, we probably are going to be racing through the first couple because we don't much know or care about them. So sorry about that if you're fans of them. Regardless, so EA, X
Yeah. No.
Xbox.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
Ryan.
all right, well, EA, yeah, I can already tell that's more than likely going to be the weakest link out of the bunch, especially seeing as how they've already fucking released like the big main IP or whatnot. That is Mass Effect.
And
So
oh my god, the fallout that has come from it. I mean, it's like I'm a Mass Effect fan. I have yet to try Andromeda, but oh my god, you want to talk about a massive fallout? I mean, we're it's quite possible that yeah, that's the end of the series
like because it was
because
bad.
so poorly received, so heavily criticized that right now I think the last that I heard that pretty much due to the reception of Andromeda, they're like, okay, we're put old, so yeah, we may or may not see another Mass Effect in the future. Because I mean, it's like even with the faults and everything with the original trilogy, I still really enjoyed it. So I was really looking forward to hearing about Andromeda. But it's like the writing should have been on the wall when we knew Andromeda was coming, and yet they barely talked about it until it was like right around the corner, and then. If you've been keeping up with like the internet at all regarding that game, then surely you've seen a lot of the animation guffs, the really bad voice acting. The story that a lot of people are saying is very hit or miss. There's been a lot of like behind the scenes controversy with the development process itself. So it's like, yeah, case in point, Andromeda was a fucking mess. And last year, I know that was like the one EA game I was looking forward to hearing a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit about. And well, it's out now, and it's like,
So
well,
so so
there's
so now
nothing else. There's nothing else for me to really care about with EA.
right.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's like the only thing that I'm kind of interested in seeing what they can talk about is Star Wars Battlefront 2. Because I know when I first got my PlayStation 4, Star Wars Battlefront was the first game that I bought. And I tried messing around with a little bit or whatnot, but it's like, okay, it's all right. I mean, it's cool because I could go for some Star Wars any day, but it's like it was a game I wasn't like too much into, like compared to like say Overwatch and whatnot. So it's like, okay, I could get into Star Wars Battlefront only if I'm really in the mood to do so. So now it's like, okay, if they are gonna talk more about Star Wars Battlefront 2 at E3, is like, yeah, I really hope that it's like, okay, they actually bring up something that will actually catch my interest, when it comes to EA titles.
Oh
But other than
sure.
that, it's like yeah, it's like everything else. I think it's like 100% predictable at this point.
Sports.
You know. Yep, exactly. But it's like, yeah, it's like Xbox. Now, I would like to say that, oh man, okay, with Xbox comes Halo 6. No. I would, as much as I want to be that guy, unfortunately I cannot, because even 343 Industries have already confirmed that, yeah, no, they're not going to be talking about any more Halo installments or whatnot till much later on. That, and at the same time, though, it's like, well, oh, yeah, of course. Usually it takes them like what 3 to 4 years to make another Halo installment, like from the main series or whatever, like Halos 1 through 5 or whatever. So it's like, yeah, releasing a another new Halo game or whatnot, like 2 years in, it's like, okay, to me that may seem a bit too short or whatnot. I mean, after the fiasco that was the story behind Halo 5, is like, no, in that case, no, I'd rather have them fucking take like 3, maybe 4 years to polish out this next story. Because yeah, like I said, after the fiasco with the Halo 5 story, yeah, they really need to step up their game a bit. Yeah, there are some other series too, but yeah, like I can't. But unfortunately, it's like, god damn, it's like, other than just thinking like, other than it's like, oh well, yeah, no Halo. I know they say they were gonna bring up something Halo related, but I don't. As far as I know, I don't think they've gone to full detail about what it is.
Halo Wars 3.
No, no. But yeah, what would that be? Hinting at like an official TV show regarding the Halo franchise. I believe from like a Steven Spielberg or something like that. So if that was the case, if that was true, and then it's like, oh heck yeah, I would want to hear a thing or two about that at E3.
Wasn't that announced a couple of years ago though? At a previous E3.
I don't think.
Yeah, because
so.
No,
I know there was like, oh god, I know there was this one series. I don't think I got it perfectly. I remember because they talked about that, like, I believe like shortly before or after they showed off Halo 2 anniversary, but we haven't heard much. But I think this is something completely different. I think. So if anything, if they were to hypothetically talk about anything Halo related, I would imagine it would be something along those lines. Other than that, I honestly do not know what to expect with Xbox. I mean, they just released Gears of War 4. I know I'm pretty sure they're still going on about like Tomb Raider with that anniversary, like Rise of the Tomb Raider game or whatnot. So it's like, yeah, I honestly cannot think of anything else in regards to what I can expect from the Xbox conference and whatnot, which is funny considering that out of the four of us, I'm the Xbox kind of guy.
Well, I mean, doesn't Russell also have an Xbox One?
You know what? I don't believe so. I know he has an Xbox 360 still.
I could have sworn he was playing the new Killer Instinct game at one point. Oh, whatever. All right.
But yeah, okay. I think for the most part, they're pretty much covers Xbox at the least.
Yeah.
Bethesda.
Again, there's not a whole lot to talk about because the stuff that I remembered, I think it was from last year. Yeah, it's out.
Doom 2.
Like I think we can
like,
actually.
It's not even just that, but it's like was it Dishonored 2 and everything?
Yeah, Dishonored 2.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
Yeah, Dishonored 2 was a big one I was looking forward to, and that's out. It's like okay, so Dishonored is out. I expect as far as Elder Scrolls goes, as much as I would love to hear about an actual new Elder Scrolls, not like here's an update, another goddamn update on Skyrim, or here's another update on the MMO.
Yeah, Skyrim Online.
it's like I would love to hear a brand new Elder Scrolls title, but I think it's probably more safe to assume that we'll probably be hearing more about the MMO, if anything, like probably a new update or something.
Well, also,
Right.
aren't they planning on bringing Skyrim to the Switch?
Yeah,
well,
that is true,
yeah,
but
well, they horse Skyrim out everywhere, so it's like at this point, it's like it's par with the course at this point.
right, yeah, it's like it. I mean, it's like yeah, even if whatever the see. Oh God, what was it? Even if they were to mention like anything in regards to Skyrim being ported over to the Switch, yeah, I honestly, at this point in time, I don't think there would be much to talk about, really. Because
Yeah.
I think for the most part, they kind of already covered what needed to be covered when they first made the announcement during that Nintendo Switch Direct a few months back.
Yeah. Okay.
But
In which case,
Ubisoft.
ah! we're no doubt going to be seeing something regarding that Mario Rabbids crossover.
God damn it!
Fuck, I hate everything.
Well, I guess now the question for that is, are we going to get more details about that at the Ubisoft conference or the Nintendo conference?
Ubisoft. I found out apparently, it's Ubisoft that wanted to make that game.
Of course they did.
Apparently, there's some kind of deal going on between Nintendo and Ubisoft where Nintendo's like, okay, you can use Mario for this game, but then you have to give us something in return. And I know they already planned it out. I forget what it is though. Like they made Nintendo made some kind of agreement with Ubisoft to get something out of them. I don't remember what it is though.
Okay.
I guess we'll figure it out soon enough. But yeah, like I guess it's something to do with like how I think it has something to do with one of the games that Ubisoft is working on right now. They set it up so that way, okay, Ubisoft, you can use Mario for this game, but then that's it. Oh, I remember. Fuck, what was it called? Dead? No, fuck. It was a Beyond Good and Evil 2, I think. I think is what it is. I don't know.
Beyond Good and Evil 2, the game that'll never see the light of day.
No. I think the deal.
It's like
no.
I mean, it's like
you say that, Danny, but I think the deal was that Ubisoft, you can use Mario for this, but what Nintendo gets in return is Beyond Good and Evil 2 being exclusive to the Switch.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. I mean, it's like, in all honesty, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is like the Ubisoft equivalent of Half-Life 3. So it's just like, it's become a fucking joke at this point. So it's like, if it comes out, great.
They have been releasing stuff about it though, Danny.
They've done it in the past though. They have leaked rumors and shit for years in the past, and nothing has come out of it. So that's where it's like, forgive me if I'm not exactly holding high hopes for it. So it's like, if it comes out, great. But if not, oh well, move on. Because it's like it's the same old song and dance with that goddamn game.
All right. Well, I guess, and then in any which case, I guess.
Oh God! Now I really hope Beyond Good and Evil 2 comes out. Otherwise, I'll come off like a total asshole.
But no, like, I'm just thinking, like, we're no doubt gonna see another Assassin's Creed game. That's like a yearly thing. I'm trying to think what else was there.
For Ubisoft. Well, I do know they briefly mentioned. Actually, now that we see is how we briefly brought up Rabbids and whatnot. I know. Like I believe during the Nintendo Switch Direct a few months ago, I know they briefly, like very briefly, mentioned a Rayman Legends Definitive Edition. And yeah, while granted for the most part it's relatively the same game, they did tease. They didn't show anything off, but they did tease that they were going to bring in like some new content to this version of Rayman Legends that you would not see in previous versions. So, and So it's like, yeah, considering that when it comes to Rayman Legends, I don't care if I buy it multiple times. I'll have it for every system. It's like, yo, yeah, considering that this time around they're supposedly gonna add in more content. Hoping that they do get into a bit more detail with that.
Okay. I guess oh, you know what I just remembered actually? I forget if it was last E3 or the E3 before that, but they did tease something about them making a new No More Heroes game.
Did they?
Yeah. So like maybe we'll see some Travis touchdown this time around.
Maybe. I mean, then again, I have not heard anything about No More Heroes in ages.
No More Heroes is Ubisoft, right?
I think so. God damn it!
I could have sworn it was not, but
let us know in the comments below if No More Heroes is owned by Ubisoft.
You know what?
No. Wait,
not?
yes it is. Yeah, wait, hang on. Yeah, it is Ubisoft.
Okay.
Never mind. Scratch what I said earlier. Oh man. Well, I know I could say, just to get this out of the way, I know for a fact it's like much like how EA tries to keep up with the whole sports thing or whatever. I do know I think I can safely say Ubisoft will keep up with the Just Dance series and go ahead and make the announcement for Just Dance 2018.
So we can expect another goddamn Assassin's Creed.
I just said that earlier. Well, actually, come to think of it, aren't they making a movie for that?
Guarantee it.
Sorry, you lagged that a bit there, Danny.
Oh, you guys have been lagging out on me all throughout this discussion.
Yay!
Really? Oh shit!
But no, regardless, like I asked, like, aren't they making an Assassin's Creed movie?
No, the Assassin's Creed movie is already out.
It's out and it bombed because of course it did.
Huh.
It's fucking Assassin's Creed. It's like, it's as I was saying before. Yeah, Assassin's Creed, its day is coming on this channel. I guarantee it. Hopefully it's coming very soon. But the fact that Assassin's Creed games, I mean, it's pretty much like, it's Ubisoft's, it's, I guess like I was saying before I guess you guys said I was lagging out. It's pretty much Call of Duty. It's their Call of Duty. They whore one out every goddamn year.
Right. You're not exactly off base with that one.
Right. It was like, whatever potential, like whatever good graces and potential that Assassin's
Lag.
It's just expected. So it's like, hey, another Assassin's Creed. Next.
Well, yeah, Assassin's Creed. No one cares.
Oh.
No one cares. Bring me back my Rayman. And not just with another port, make it a new Rayman Legends style Rayman game.
Well, actually, yeah. Come to think of it, isn't Rayman Legends coming to the Switch as well?
well, yeah. That's what I already talked about. Yes, this Rayman Legends Definitive Edition is going to be coming out on the Switch, supposedly with new content compared to other ports. God damn it!
You probably said that when you lagged.
God damn it, Discord!
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, my apologies if suddenly Danny and Ryan are cutting out in here. We're using a different recording method today that I wanted to try out. Clearly, it has its issues, but it's convenient. So we'll see. We'll see if we'll continue it. Anyway, Sony.
Right.
When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, Square Enix. Come on.
Give us the thing we've been waiting for years. So we'll sleep tonight. Oh God.
We don't have face cam on, but I already know Danny's just shaking her head.
Yeah.
It's like God damn it, these boys! I swear to fucking Christ.
Every year I can dream.
I said it before when they first announced it, and I will.
She will say it again.
it was like, but I mean, if you remember, yeah, they announced it years ago, but if you remember when they had announced it, they pretty much said that they were just starting development on it. And
Yeah.
game development does not come quick and easy anymore. So it's
Nope.
like they're gonna spend a long time on it. So it's like, yeah, it has been a couple of years, but I honestly anticipate this. It'll probably be closer to 2020 before we get Kingdom Hearts 3,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. You know what? You know what? Yeah, last time I heard anything in regards to the development behind Kingdom Hearts 3, and hell, even the Final Fantasy 7 remake. If
Oh,
anything,
well,
it's
I've completely given up on hearing anything about that Final Fantasy VII remake. I mean, they've gone so radio silent about a lot of progress on it that it's like, yeah, I'm not expecting that coming anytime soon either.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly what I was about to get into. Yeah, it's like if anything, at the earliest, possibly 2019, will we see either one of those things?
Yeah, yeah. It's like again, it's like again.
Gotta love that
Silent
hype.
about it for years. So it's like, God, fucking Square. I mean, it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, this is why I said, like, I believe I've stated in the past where my patience for them is run very thin. I mean, at this point, the Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3 are the only things that are coming out that I'm really looking forward to. And it's like, the fact that you're not hearing anything from it, that it's like, it's a little concerning.
That said, though, what else? I guess what else could they have to show? I mean, like, there. What about Dad of War? Where's that been?
Yeah, it's like
Uh,
I would expect maybe some more info on that.
oh yeah, especially since
Especially since what? What?
of Data War was literally last year's E3,
Yeah,
and that was it.
I specifically remember Sony's E3 because I know that was one of the live reactions that I did with Lindsay. It's
Yeah.
like, and I remember like I remember a lot of the games that were shown there either already came out, like Resident Evil 7, I believe, or just fell off the face of the earth. So, I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that one. They may show more stuff for a couple of those games. Oh, you know what? Actually, they may show.
What?
They may end up showing something regarding the next Last of Us game, the one that's starring Ellie as an adult.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
They may show They may show something more about the new Last of Us game, the one that's starring Ellie as an adult.
Oh, okay.
I know
That's
Last of Us one was a really good game. Like,
It was.
and
That one was really
a
good.
sequel I know for a fact was confirmed. So hopefully we'll see more about it there. And then like I'm trying to think of what else. Like, were there any other big titles that were PlayStation exclusive that they were talking about?
well. I mean, I guess I could bring up the remaster, the complete remakes of the Crash Bandicoot series,
Oh
but
Yeah.
right.
but at the same time though, it's like I don't know if they would. I mean, if they were to briefly mention anything about those Crash Bandicoot games, as I said, I think they would just briefly mention like they give us very little about them.
I mean, they've kind of already been showing a little bit on them, haven't they?
For the game or whatnot. So it's like I don't think they would say too much about it, but it would be really nice to see like one last huge thing that we haven't seen before compared to what we've seen prior with all these like trailers and other advertisements Sony has been putting out there for Crash Bandicoot.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it's like I know they've been doing that. We all know that every console and everything they always showcase. Oh, we also support indie games, which is just yay. Here's another fucking iteration of Minecraft.
Wait,
That kind of stuff. But if there's one indie title that
Lag.
There's this it's the latest game from that game company. It's the same guys that did Flow, Flower, Journey. They've teased that they are currently developing a new one, but we know nothing about it. No game, no release date. We don't even know what it is. All we know of is that the main theme behind the game is like giving or something. Because remember, they're very artsy fartsy about it and stuff. So, and they tease like the teaser poster has like 4 characters on it. So I'm thinking maybe it's like an online co-op game or something. Kind of maybe building off of what they did with Journey. Again, they've teased it on Twitter, but haven't really seen anything from it. Imagine it may show up for Sony just simply because they have been working exclusively with Sony.
What? Oh, God damn it. Oh, God. You know what? I'm really glad you brought up something about indie games. God, okay. I know we already went through Xbox, all right? But there's one thing that I've been just dying to see like an official release date of. When the hell is Cuphead coming out?
Oh my God, I forgot about Cuphead.
Fucking Cuphead.
It's like,
What?
Cuphead is an indie game where the whole theme it looks like it's like an action platformer, but it's all looks and it's basically based out of like a 1920s cartoon. It honestly looked really impressive. They had shown it, they had showcased it at E3s in the past, and a lot of people have been saying this game is great.
Growing? What did she say?
Bending the ink machine is stealing your thunder.
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, God damn it. I know because I remember the last time I checked their Twitter account, they did say like Cuphead was, I mean, I hope to God they stay true to what they say, but it's like they say that Cuphead is going to be released sometime this year. So I want official confirmation of that. I want to find out when that gorgeous looking indie game is going to be hitting Xbox platforms.
Yeah, because it honestly was looking pretty damn cool and everything. And yeah, when they had announced it, a lot of people caught a lot of people's attention. And the people that had played and the people that did play it said it plays great and everything. And then it's like all of a sudden, it's like, again, you built this up and then radio silence. It's like, what the hell?
I mean, I know the studio that has been making the game. They've been posting updates about the development of the game every now and then. So I wouldn't say they've gone completely silent with it. Unlike Square, who's been mostly silent with Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake.
Well, all right then.
Here, have a. It's like, oh, fuck you, Square. You're not even going to give us goddamn details.
Right. Okay. All right. Anyway, going back to Sony, and again, seeing as how you brought up indie games, there has been many hits, like a lot of build up for this particular title from the creators themselves. I want to see something E3 related in regards to Oddworld Soulstorm.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is coming.
Yeah, it's like for the longest time, like ever since like spring of last year, they've been teasing this game. They've been giving us a lot of hints and such about what exactly this game is going to be all about. I mean, granted, we already know that Oddworld Soulstorm is essentially going to be like not a remake, like how it's not going to be a remake of Abe's Exodus, much like how Oddworld New and Tasty was pretty much a remake of Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. No, this is more. Oddworld Soulstorm is actually a reimagining of the story behind Oddworld Abe's Exodus because yeah, of course we live in a day and age where it's like, okay, we live in a world where it's like, yeah, there's like, you can delay a game as much as you want so you can polish everything out, and considering what's been going on and considering what happened with the development
What happened? What
Listen,
happened?
hinting at us with Honorable Soulstorm ever since May of last year. It's like, okay, it's already looking much, much darker compared to the original. So it's like, yeah, so it's like, okay, you've been giving us all these hints and teases for far too long, Oddworld Inhabitants. I want to see something big with Oddworld Soulstorm this time around.
Mhm.
All right. And actually, another game that I'm pretty excited about for. And I know it's not exclusively Sony. I think it's also going to be on PC and Xbox One as well. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another one.
Like I know we just got, we did just get a big bunch of reveals for it regarding like a bunch of characters that are going to be in the game, like regarding like a hint of the story. But I would like to see like no matter which conference talks about it, like I would like to hear a little more about it, especially since we recently apparently got these apparently got some some more supposed leaks, but you know how those normally go, we'll see. But yeah, I guess anything else for Sony?
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything.
Well, let's see. On top of my head, Sly 5.
Yeah, give up on that dream.
No, okay, you listen here. No. Okay, unlike you, when it comes to patience with Square Enix, I am not giving up on Sly 5. God damn it! You can go ahead and say, "Oh, I'm gonna give up on Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 7 because Square Enix sucks." But it's like, no, there is no way I'm giving up on Sly Cooper. Okay,
I got the passion.
you goddamn right, it's a passion. After the ending that we got in Sly 4, it's like, no, I'm not letting it go. I am not like you, Danny, when it comes to Final Fantasy and Square Enix in general.
Yeah, well, Heaven Sansaru Games have pretty much said that potential Sly 5 is not exactly on their queue.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't. That doesn't mean like Sucker Punch can take it back, or they can give it to another developer who knows what the hell they're doing.
Speaking of which, whatever happened to that movie?
Yeah, that ain't happening either. Thank you, Ratchet and
Yes, thank you for Ratchet and Clank for ruining that for us. God damn it.
Movie, on the other hand, it's at this point, after what happened with the Ratchet and Clank movie, it's like, it's more than likely is not going to happen, which is disappointing. But it's like, you know what? I could live without. As long as I could get a Sly 5, that'd be great.
I want to see my PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale too.
I want my PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale 2, where it have Crash and Spyro in it. Also, throw in Abe while you're at it. God damn it.
Anyway.
Oh, God damn it. You know what? I feel like oh, God damn it. There is something else. I think it was another indie game, or another mainstream Sony game. But I keep forgetting the name of it. It was like, it was this really cool zombie apocalypse-like game. Not Last of Us. It was something else. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, was it that one, like, I think I know what you're talking about. Was it the one, well, like, in the reaction video that Lindsay and I did, where like it was like the guy who was being like run down like a swarm of running zombies, like
yes, that's the one.
Yeah, the one that fucking scared the crap out of us. Like, and that game looks so fucking stressful. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, it's like I don't recall hearing anything about that game like ever since last year's E3. So it's like, unless that game hasn't been released or whatever, or at least to the best of my knowledge, it's like, no, I definitely want to hear more about that game, because back then that game looked pretty damn epic, especially for a zombie apocalypse game.
It looked pretty. It did also look kind of generic for a zombie apocalypse game as well. So I mean, regardless of
that. Well, no, I have to disagree, because it's like, it's like never. I've had my fair share of zombie apocalypse games, and you're dealing with swarms of zombies, but never.
Never have I been so
Really
wrong.
fucking like run, like trying to chase you down to the point where you have to fucking try to save yourself by climbing on top of a barn or whatnot because they are that vicious and destructive, mind you. All these other zombies you run into, you hardly see any running zombies in zombie games nowadays. It's like they're mostly just walking slow as shit.
God.
So yeah, no, again, yeah, it's a zombie.
Be apocalypse game, but it's not generic. I swear.
Oh, what?
No, sorry. Like whenever you guys are lagging out, I'm kind of just adding in my own little quips.
Boy, you, okay, you better watch your mouth there, boy. You better be talking shit about me while we're lagging, all right?
I guess you gotta wait until the video's up. Anyway,
Piece of shit.
So anything else on Sony then?
I don't think so.
Danny?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the important company.
To you.
It is
High as fuck.
It is important. Shut up, Nintendo. So a lot of what we can already kind of expect from Nintendo, we actually do have a better idea because they when they revealed the Nintendo Direct Switch or the Direct for the Switch, they also showed a lot of games as well, like Mario Odyssey, Fire Emblem Warriors. We're probably going to see a little bit more on Splatoon, like probably things along those lines. Like, were there any other games that I'm forgetting about?
Oy. I'm sorry, I'm just readjusting myself.
Yeah, I guess were there any other games that I'm forgetting about that were revealed for Switch that are up and coming that are probably going to be shown at E3?
I'm trying to think. Oh, well, I do know they were vaguely talking about like another possible Metroid game.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, hey, that's the only other new thing I can think of in regards to new Nintendo content or whatever.
Well, I mean,
Everything else is pretty much already established in the fucking Switch Direct that happened a few months back.
Yeah, I guess. Like they're no doubt also probably going to talk about that new, the new Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon game that was revealed today at the time of this recording. The one that sparked so much fucking controversy for whatever reason. But it's like they're no doubt going to be talking about that. We're going to be hearing a lot more about Mario Odyssey. I'm so curious if that's gonna be playing like Galaxy, where you just go where you go to different levels via mission, or if it's gonna be like a giant sandbox game.
Actually, speaking of sandbox games, like I'm trying to think, hasn't Nintendo said that for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they're going to be releasing a big batch of DLC for that soon?
Yes, like they are. Like and they probably are going to showcase that here as well. Come to think of it, I know some of the stuff they have done. Like Link's going to get a bunch of cameo costumes that'll give him a bunch of different abilities. Like there's a Tingle costume he can wear that'll give him more money. He can wear the Majora's Mask. I don't know what that does. I forget what others there is off the top of my head. I do also know that sometime in the holidays they're actually going to be adding a DLC like story segment, like a whole like something adding to the story. Not sure if they're going to be talking about that entirely, since unless they're planning on adding like a whole new content for Breath of the Wild in general, which I wouldn't be surprised about. Of course, if that's the case, then because I actually just beat Breath of the Wild today, so.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, but I can understand if they were gonna add like new dungeons and everything. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. Like, I would imagine they're probably gonna throw in some new trials or some new dungeons and that kind of stuff. As far as story segments, granted, I'm not far in Breath of the Wild and everything, but regardless, and I blame Final Fantasy 15 for this. I'm kind of hoping that they're not deliberately cutting story content out to package that later as DLC just to fish out more money. I'm really hoping that that's not the case, because I would like to. I mean, I do have much higher respect for Nintendo, and I would like to think that maybe they're a little bit smarter than that.
More than likely, and this is just based on how Breath of the Wild was built entirely. Because remember, literally everything in Breath of the Wild, aside from beating Calamity Ganon himself, is optional. You don't need to do a single damn thing in Breath of the Wild aside from beating Ganon. And that just beats the game. So I imagine more than likely this DLC case, or this DLC case, why am I thinking LA Noir for some reason? LA Zelda. Anyway, LA Hyrule. Anyway, more than likely, if they do add a new story segment, it'll be flavor. Like it'll be no different than. Actually, no, I probably shouldn't say this because you said you're only as far as Kakariko, right?
Yeah.
Then never mind. I won't say anything else because I don't.
Yeah.
But like,
okay.
you get the idea though.
Yeah, it's just the reason why I'm a little cautious whenever I say that, and it's like I said, I solely blame Final Fantasy 15 for this, was because the development for 15 was so tumultuous and everything, to the point that yes, they were cutting important plot elements out of the game, and yes, they are patching it back in, but the patching it back in is DLC, so it's like you either have to buy each episode individually or a season pass or something, and that's where it's like, it's really frustrating when you get like 2/3 into the game and everything's decently paced, and you might have heard the criticism where the last no explanation as to why characters are acting the way they are, why they look the way they are, and everything. That was all cut out of the final game, and they're now bringing that back in as DLC, and it's fucking frustrating because it also contributed to why I thought the narrative for 15 was a fucking mess.
All right, well,
so it's
I guess to kind of calm your nerves a little bit then for Breath of the Wild, something without spoiling anything. What I will say regarding Breath of the Wild, everything that is shown for story-wise is nothing more than world building. It's nothing and anything shown in Breath of the Wild is actually required for the main story. It's all world building, and more than likely, any story segment that they add for DLC will be the same. It'll just be world building. It won't be necessary for the story. It won't make you It won't confuse you or anything like that. It'll just be there to develop the characters.
Okay. Like, yeah, because it's like, if it's world building, go nuts. I don't really mind that. But it's like, yeah, when you're cutting out vital character moments and like vital pieces of the story to meet the fucking deadline, and then, we'll just patch it in later for like extra money. That's where it's like, no. That is, I'm sorry, that's bullshit. I understand it. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15 had a very tumultuous development cycle for 10 fucking years. But that's still bullshit.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess Breath of the Wild aside, like I kind of want to talk about Fire Emblem Warriors a little bit, because I know a lot of that.
That was another one.
A lot about that game has been revealed, actually. Like for instance, something that they revealed regarding characters that are going to be playable aside from like the original characters. Like I know they did reveal a couple of characters that are original to the game. I don't recall their names off the top of my head, but I know they're both blonde. They're twins. Like they're twin siblings. But then in terms of the Fire Emblem characters we all know, the only characters that are going to be playable in Fire Emblem Heroes will be characters from Shadow of the Dragon, which is Marth's game, Fire Emblem Awakening, and Fire Emblem Fates. Only those 3 games.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I know the reason they did, and I know that I read up the biggest reason that they chose to do that. If they just went and picked out the main character from every Fire Emblem game, they would end up with a shit ton of sword wielders, and they want to avoid that because they do plan on adding the weapon triangle into the game. So they only wanted to have those 3 games. That way they can expand on all the characters from just those games and keep a variety of different weapon combinations. That way we don't have just a bunch of sword wielders.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even just that. Well, not even just that. I mean, it's like, again, it's like, if you're going to do anything Fire Emblem that's going to like span the entire series, of course you got to have Marth in there because he was the one that started it. Of course you have to have Awakening because Awakening fucking saved the franchise. And of course you got to have Fates because that was the last like brand new one.
I mean, I know we had Echoes, but that's
Love to see, but yeah, it's like I can't really fault them for not doing. I mean, it's pretty much the same reason why, you know, with when Tokyo Mirage Sessions came out, like, yeah, pretty much the bulk of the Fire Emblem characters that made an appearance in that game was from Marth and Crom's games.
That said, I can maybe see them in the future deciding to add like a few characters from other games as like DLC, like maybe like Ike or Roy or something. But that's probably about it.
Right. Or there's actually what you call it? There's another character that I know is really, really popular. It's in the I forgot what the original Japanese is called, but it was technically the first Fire Emblem game that we got. It was the one that had what's her face, Lynn and everything in it.
Oh, Elliewood?
Yeah. Like there's Elliewood, but then there's the other guy, Hector, I think his name was.
Yeah.
Hector is very popular, and if I recall correctly, Hector was an axe wielder.
Yes.
That's a potential. If they want to play on the weapons triangle, that's a prime opportunity to bring him in to fulfill the axe role. And I know that would make a lot of people really happy because it's like, because honestly, like out of that game, like, yeah, there's really two characters that you hear a lot about with that game specifically, and that's Hector and Lynn.
Yeah. That also said, I just demand Tharia. If Tharia is not playable, I will riot. I'm trying to think of what else they talked about. Oh, yeah,
sleep.
I know they talked about a couple of other things regarding it as well, like how apparently unlike Hyrule Warriors, the game will be fully voice acted.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll be pretty cool. Like I know
English or Japanese?
Probably
both.
Yeah, probably both. I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I would certainly hope. I would certainly hope English, just because it's like, you've already got a big bulk of English voice actors already for these characters. So why not bring them back? Right. It's like, yeah, why not? It's like you cannot tell me you can't get Matthew Mercer to revoice Crom.
Right.
That also said, the newest Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Echoes, which was the remake of that older one, that game is fully voice acted.
Okay.
Every single line in that game is voice acted.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all such great voice actors, and like it's cool too because that the voice acting alone made me fall in love with a lot of the characters. Like there's a character in Echoes named Gray. Like he's one of almost best childhood friends. I love Gray so much. I love his delivery on everything. Like there's this one point where he has another friend named Tobus, where Tobus is trying to talk to Alm about Celica, and like he's trying to like bust out relationship advice. And Gray's literally just like, really, you're trying to give relationship advice right now. Like I love his delivery. He was he's just awesome. And then
nice.
And there's another character named Mai that I really like too, or May, I think her name. I forget. Regardless, yeah. So it's not surprising that they choose to make Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors, fully voice acted. Because considering that they just did that for Echoes, so they have a whole voice cast to use there.
Oh, I mean, I have no doubt that it'll be voice acted and everything, at least in Japanese. I'm just curious as if they're going to go out of their way to actually provide an English dub. Because again, going back to Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I mean, I enjoyed Tokyo Mirage Sessions for what it offered and everything. But it's like, if there's one big criticism I do have with it, it's the fact that they did not translate it, like they did not dub it into English. And I was like, oh, really? You couldn't get the English voice actors to come back?
You see, that's why I'm sometimes kind of worried. Like, I don't mind English dubbing, as long as I can do it good. Like, and I know like the biggest examples I have for that are the recent Digimon games. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, great game, fully voice acted, but only in Japanese. It's only Japanese dubbed. And I like the game that came out after that, Next Order. That game was English dubbed. That's fully English dubbed. Kind of sketchy because some of the voice acting is not that great.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's understandable. But when you have a game that's proven to have competent voice acting, because I mean, not for nothing, Awakening had some damn good acting in it.
Yes.
They had a lot of they had
had voice actors and other voice actors and much more voice actors.
Question, why not? I can understand if the acting was sketchy and you'd rather avoid it, but when you've got a proven, talented cast, why not use it?
Yep. And I know I especially love what was the name of the guy that voiced Crom again?
Matthew
Matthew
Mercer.
Yeah, I loved his delivery in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, where they had him come in to voice Crom for Palutena's guidance for Robin. I loved his delivery there. Like, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I guess
he is such a good voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
But the same guy that brought you voices such as McCree and Jotaro.
and Eli.
Yeah, and Eli, yes.
Okay, so I guess I know there's probably not too much else to talk about for Warriors. Odyssey, Mario Odyssey. Like we kind of
that's the one I was curious about. Like, even when they did the whole Switch Direct and everything, like showcasing like the first things that we even saw that were coming out for it, Odyssey was the one that piqued my interest.
Yeah,
that's where it was like, the new Mario Kart 8, okay, Mario Odyssey, ooh.
Yeah, and
it's like what? It's like, what is this?
That's what I was asking before. I'm wondering if it's gonna be like a giant sandbox game, or if it's gonna be something more akin to like Galaxy, where there's like one small little hub world, but then all of the levels are generated based on the mission you're going on.
Yeah.
Right. It's like I don't know. It's like I would something to. I mean, it's probably just me, but I don't know. I would like to say. Honestly, it might be like them taking a similar direction as they took in like Super Mario Galaxy or whatnot. The only difference here is that the main hub world just so happens to be in downtown New York.
It's actually I don't think you guys heard this yet. The name of that city is called New Donk City.
Wait, oh god damn it, that's right. Oh yeah, I remember now. God damn it. It's because they named a lot of based off of Donkey Kong character names.
Yeah, but I'm not actually sure if that's the main hub world. I think it's just we're not actually sure whether that's the main hub or if that's just a level. Like, we're not actually sure.
Right. I mean, it feels because it feels like a hub world. Because of course, if you guys remember, like the moment people saw the first ever trailer for Super Mario Odyssey, either people were immediately comparing it to the main hubs that you would find in Grand Theft Auto, or how it was in Sonic Adventure.
But that also makes me wonder if it's actually like a sandbox game. Because if it's a sandbox game, that would make more sense.
Right.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that one as well.
Yeah.
I am still curious of what's going on with Mario's hat, though. That still makes me a little uneasy.
So yeah, it's oh wow, an inanimate object having eyeballs. Okay, well, sir, you would not have a good time with the ukulele in that case.
No. Ryan, you forget Mario since the beginning has always had eyeballs in like their mountains or their clouds or bullshit like that. But this is Mario's hat we're talking about.
So mountains and all that other shit, that's fine, but the hat. Okay, whoa, okay,
totally
no.
I know where you're coming from, Ryan. I get you, but it's still, I guess, still like the shape of the eyeballs that are a little weird. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see how they play it out. More than likely, because obviously the hat plays as some kind of mechanic to what Mario can do. Like, the hat can apparently float in place, and then Mario can jump off of it to get some extra distance. But like, I'm wondering if it's also going to play as like his Navi or his Tattle, I guess.
or that one talking hat in one of the Minish Cap games.
Oh yeah, Eslo.
Eslo, yeah. Or I know there's another example that I'm trying to think of that had a hat play as like your role model while you're. I know there was some other one. Damn it! This is gonna bother the fuck out of me. I know there was one. Fucking hell. Whatever. Damn it! That's really gonna bother me. I know that I know for a fact there was one. Okay, let's just move on. Yeah. So I guess staying in games that we know for a fact they're gonna talk about. Um, Ultra Sun and Moon. I guess like we just did a rant regarding the controversy we read that around that, but we didn't actually talk about what we can expect, what we think is going to happen with the game itself.
Yeah, I am still hoping that they will get more into detail about exactly what Ultra Sun and Moon is all.
Like the biggest thing we see from it right now is that
Around as with the Pokemon Black and White 2 or whatnot.
Yeah, we're not sure
So,
if it's a sequel or if it's just a remake.
yeah, it's like we're not. Yeah, of course it has been officially confirmed that is an official sequel to the original Pokemon Sun and Moon. But me personally, I'm leaning towards that it is somewhat of a sequel. Again, kind of like the exact same lines with Pokemon Black and White 2. So now it's like, okay, if that is the case, I am hoping that they do get into more detail about exactly what this new Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon games will be all about.
I'm actually thinking it's gonna be like an Emerald or Crystal-esque kind of AU remake, or like an expanded upon kind of universe. And I say that because I know the trailer was very short, but I did notice one thing. It looks like you're starting out in the same house you did in Sun and Moon, which unless the guys, your mother and your character from Sun and Moon moved out of that house, and then you happen to move into and then the sequel character from for Ultra happened to move into that house. I don't know. That makes me think that it's going to be an AU remake.
Yeah. Well, Jaden X Demon Man commented on our original rant that he said that it was stated in the direct that it is an alternative take on the story.
Okay, so it's not a sequel.
Oh,
okay.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, he said, yeah, so the games are essentially the Yellow Crystal Platinum of this gen with a hint of Black and White 2 due to the new forms for Solgaleo and Lunala. So it looks like they're combining the two concepts.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
Yes, I could live with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like our points still stand, but by all means, thank you, Jaden, for that clarification.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of such, I'm still pretty curious on what's going on with those new forms for Solgaleo and Lunala, because clearly it seems like they combined with Necrozma, who up to this point we know very little about. Like the only thing we do know about Necrozma is that it's a prism Pokemon. It's the absence of color. It's like its name literally means like death of color. So combine that with the sun and the moon, both that give off light. That's kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one, because those look pretty. I especially like the design for Lunala, for the Lunala fusion with the Crossman. That like how its claws are just sticking out of its front. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. No. I like the designs for both of those Pokemon.
Yeah, and then like yeah, we see some new Z moves. Like we see a Z move for Togedemaru, looks like a Z move from Mimikyu, which is gonna terrify the fuck out of everyone. A cool one for at least midday form Lycanroc, which I imagine if midday form Lycanroc's getting a Z move, that the midnight form will get one as well. So I in general, I hope more Pokemon get more exclusive Z moves. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe at the very least, like they don't have to like they probably don't have to keep making exclusive like name Z crystals for Pokemon, because then there'll just be way too many. Because we'll end up getting way too many. But I think what a cool idea would be that they can have it so that if you give a Pokemon a certain type of Z move, like for example, like for this new Lycanroc Z move, like instead of it being like a instead of it being like Lycanrocinium Z or whatever, Lycanium Z or whatever, you can make it so that you just give him the Rock Z crystal, and then that Rock Z crystal activates an exclusive Z move for him. So maybe something along those lines. Like if you give a Pokemon like a specific type of Z crystal, that'll activate their exclusive Z attack.
Oh yeah.
So maybe cool. Instead of Continental Crush, like a Rocket, do something else, like whatever the name of that new Z move that he has doing.
Right. Totally.
Yeah. But I also noticed in general, just from the trailer, it looked like the world is going to be a lot more colorful. Because I noticed on the very first route you are, there's a lot more flowers all over the place. Which, fuck, you know what? That makes sense. Because Necrozma is the absence of color. So the contrast that as the threat, they make the world more colorful. Which probably means Necrozma is going to do something that involves affecting the color. Game theories.
Thanks for watching. God damn it.
Thought on the spot. I love it when that happens. Anyway.
God damn it.
I guess, like, do you guys have any other thoughts regarding what you can expect from Ultra Sun and Moon?
Not really.
Not so much with Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, because there was very little shown. At the
Yeah.
very, I guess in terms of my hopes for it, like I do hope that they adjust the balancing a little bit more for certain Pokemon. I kind of doubt that they will because they probably want to make sure that it's backwards compatible with Sun and Moon. But yeah, in terms of features, I don't know. Like honestly, all the features that were put into Sun and Moon I loved so much. I can't. I think me wanting them to add more would just be me being a little spoiled. Okay, yeah. So we talked. Yeah. So we talked about. Unless I'm forgetting one, we're talking about majority of the games that we know for a fact are probably that were announced by Nintendo.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you guys think we can expect any other games in particular from Nintendo? That maybe ones that they haven't brought up yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's something they always do. They always have games that they save for actual E3 day themselves. They don't actually reveal until E3.
Right.
Like obviously, all the companies do that, but Nintendo has been a little sneakier about it. Like they'll typically reveal a bunch of games that like in advance, and then reveal more games at E3.
That's true. Well, in that case, God, that's a good one. Well. I guess I can safely say no. There will not be anything Star Fox related anymore.
Like I doubt we're gonna be seeing much of any more Zelda since we just had Breath of the Wild, and they're still working on Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
You already have Mario
Yeah,
Odyssey,
I think we're not going to be hearing related for a long time. Maybe with the exception of here's a Skyward Sword HD.
Something that I'm kind of hoping they do that maybe they'll announce, because I know recently they confirmed how they're going to be handling the online for the Switch. Like they're geniuses at it. I love it. Pretty much what they're doing is that it's only going to be $20 a year to use the online for the Switch, so that's already an incredible deal.
Oh yeah.
On top of that, they're also going to be making it so that how the virtual console for the Switch will work. So long as you do that $20 a year subscription, you can play any of the games that are on the virtual console as often as you want. It's effectively
they did mention that.
It's like Netflix for games.
No, even better. It's
lag. Even better.
Of the online subscription. Oh yeah, PlayStation Now. You know that online subscription for like what, $7 a month on top of the gold subscription that you have, where it's like, oh yeah, with PlayStation Now, yeah, you can play whatever of these PlayStation games we have available. Kind of like that. The only difference here is that with the Nintendo Switch Online, no, you do not have to pay extra to play the fuck out of these virtual console games as much as you want to. No, yeah, exactly what you said. Just keep paying the $20 a year, and then you're good.
Well, the point that I was kind of leading up to, that I'm really low key hoping. I want GameCube virtual console games.
You know what? I strongly agree. I mean, it's like, here I am, say like, okay, well, the Wii U had this GameCube controller adapter for Smash Brothers, so why couldn't they make Nintendo GameCube ports for the Wii U or whatever the fuck? So, yeah, now, at this point, yeah, it's like, no, yes, I definitely want to see some more GameCube games on a more...
Lag.
It's like yes, I would be more than happy to try out Luigi's Mansion on the Switch.
The only game that I don't want to show up on the Virtual Console GameCube if they do that is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, but only because I want them to remake that.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
I swear, if by some godly means they actually reveal like a remake for Thousand Year Door, for the C3, I will actually have a heart attack.
So I know they haven't done anything for the first game, so that having been said, what if they were to hypothetically make a remake for the first Paper Mario game as opposed to Thousand Year Door?
No, Thousand Year Door only.
Okay, all right.
Either that or just make a whole,
I guess
either that or make a new Paper Mario game that actually is like Thousand Year Door. Because I know they came up with this bullshit excuse saying, even though Paper Mario is technically first, we already have a Mario RPG series. That's the Mario and Luigi series. So we want to give Paper Mario its own identity. Cool idea for innovation, guys, but stop sucking at it.
wait. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't know if you just mentioned this because you lagged out again, but it's like, oh man, what if they somehow made a remake of Super Mario RPG instead?
Bruh, are you kidding? I will actually, I will not only suffer a heart attack, I will suffer 2 cardiac arrests.
I would totally buy that shit if they actually announced that. It's like, nope, okay, I don't care if I haven't played it. I've seen the Let's Play of it. Fuck it, I'm buying that shit. That is so going on my Switch.
You know what? Actually, I just thought of something else. Something that we probably haven't. I'm surprised we haven't talked about immediately yet. Do you guys think that they're going to reveal some kind of Switch port for Smash Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what? I would be astonished if by some miracle that they make a port, not just a port for Super Smash Brothers, but kind of like how they handled Open Tournament for the Switch, they actually added some additional characters that they couldn't do for the Wii U or 3DS.
I was thinking more
So
so like aside from just additional characters, because that'd be a duh. But I was thinking like
yeah,
maybe like they would like add features like combine the Wii U and the 3DS features because
yeah,
Wii U, but aside from actual multi battle playing itself, was fairly lackluster in terms of the single player stuff. Whereas the
right.
3DS, which is typically seen as the individual handheld stuff, that had Smash Run. That was such a fun and underloved like little feature there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, that was such an
Such greatness.
on the Wii U version. So it's like, yeah, if they were to somehow implement that with the possible Smash Brothers port for the Switch, is like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll be down for playing some Smash Run on that thing.
Now that actually brings me to another question this is something that I've seen being thrown around a lot actually. I guess this one just comes with the preference. Would you guys rather a Switch port for the current Smash Brothers game that came out in 14, or would you rather them not do that and then dedicate their time to making a brand new Smash Brothers game that probably won't come out for a couple years?
Well, I mean, it's like considering that Sakurai, God, this may sound a bit dumb because I know we were just going on about the possibility of a Smash Brothers port for the Switch. I do know that I believe Sakurai did confirm back then that it's like, okay, after this Smash Brothers, that's it, it's done. So
So I mean, it might be done for him. He might be done with it.
I don't know. Something tells me at this point in time or whatever, if that were to happen, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure at the least we'll just see a port from the Smash Brothers game from 2014.
I wouldn't if that was the and I know that I know what you're saying is true, Ryan. That said, I wouldn't be surprised that if whatever Smash Brothers they make in the future, they just don't include Sakurai because something else. Little fun fact about Super Smash Brothers Brawl: they announced that game before Sakurai even knew that it was going to be a thing.
What? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
like Iwata announced that that they were planning to make Super Smash Bros. Brawl at E3, and then Sakurai was just sitting at home like, what? and then immediately
No way.
and then immediately after that announcement on E3, that's when Iwata went to Sakurai himself and asked him if he wanted to lead the project. So something tells me even if Sakurai said no, they still would have gone and made it. Which tells me that they probably, even if Sakurai chooses not to come back to Smash Brothers, that's not going to stop him from making more in the future. So I'm sorry, that's just too big a series, and they're not going to let one guy stop that.
Right, but at the same time, though, it's like that kind of makes you worry a little bit. I mean, seeing as how, oh wait, actually, you know what? No, scratch that. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say how a new Super Smash Brothers game be without Sakurai, the main guy behind the series. I mean, granted, the more recent Super Smash Brothers game had additional help from a Namco Bandai, because of balancing and all that jazz. But it's like, I don't know. It's like now that you bring that up, it's like, it's kind of hard to say how it would be like if they actually went out of the way to make yet another Super Smash Brothers game without Sakurai.
I don't know. Like I said, and well, I mean, my initial question wasn't what do you think they'll do? I was asking, what would you prefer? Like, would you prefer a simple port of what we already have right now? If it means us getting it sooner, or would you rather something completely new, even if we're probably not going to get it until like 2021?
Right. Okay. Well, now that you bring that up, like what you brought up earlier, it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's like, God, that was even more. That's even harder to say because it's like, okay, on one hand, it's like even though the game has been out for a few years, the game graphic wise, okay, the game still looks fantastic. So
And if
I
they
mean,
bring it to the Switch, it's only going to look better.
yeah, well, that or I don't know. It's like, yeah, like I guess when it comes to quality wise, I guess it'll look a bit better, but I still feel like I don't know why. I kind of feel like it'll be one of those cases where it's like, yeah, it's on a new console, but the quality is like it'll be slightly better, but it'll still be like exactly the same, like with the same models and you know all
More than likely, there'll be some tweaks. Like I imagine they'll probably do some more balancing.
no wait, I'm sorry, you cut off again. I'm sorry, what were you
Well,
saying?
I said like more than likely there are going to be some tweaks. Like I imagine they are going to fix some balancing and such.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tweaks and all of that. Yeah. No, I have no doubt in my mind that, yeah, the like game mechanics wise, yeah, they would balance out like some of the characters and all that jazz. It's like graphics wise, I'm sure it'll look pretty much relatively similar to how it is with the Wii U. But it's like, but that's just on one hand. On the other hand, again, we're dealing with a more I can
He can only assume.
because of that. Yeah, at the same time, I honestly would not mind them going the other route and actually making a full blown brand new Super Smash Brothers game for the Switch.
Okay. What about you,
So
Danny?
so
Danny?
Danny?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Again, lag.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go, all right.
What would you prefer, Danny?
Honestly, I would prefer to wait for a new one because Nintendo has proven that they can deliver quality when they are given the proper time to work for it. So, yeah, I would prefer to
Prefer to wait. Okay.
just expect a report until a new one comes out.
Yeah. Well, that said, even if they are to make a Switch version for Smash Brothers Wii U, which honestly actually probably shouldn't be called Smash Wii U anymore because it's ported to the
No.
Switch. Smash for Switch. No, but I imagine more than likely that wouldn't stop them from wanting to make another new Smash Brothers game in the future. It would they'd probably just wait a little longer is the only thing.
Right.
Like it'd probably come out way later on than if they didn't make a port. But regardless of such,
Right.
I guess. All right. Either way, then I guess anything else from Nintendo then?
Uh. Mm, Well, you know what? No, I can't think of anything else really.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess. So then I guess that'll pretty much do it then.
Yeah, just for our pre-thoughts.
Yeah, the
It's like,
pre-thoughts.
yeah. It's like Lord knows how it changed. Like after we take a look at every single one of these E3
Yeah, just to
conferences.
see how wrong we all are.
Wait, what's that? Sci-Fi is coming out. What?
No, it's plot twist. It's not Sly 5. It's Sly 6.
Sly 6? It's like, wait, well, what the hell? Where the hell did Sly 5 go?
Wasn't the fourth one a time travel game? They skipped over time. They skipped over 5.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't that be some shit though?
that would be. Oh Jesus.
Anyway,
Christ.
so I guess with all of that said, yeah, those are pretty much our predictions and our thoughts regarding what we think is gonna happen with E3 this year. Of course, you know, like leave in the comments below, like what you guys think gonna happen, like what maybe what you're hoping to happen, maybe what you think's gonna happen, and anything in general. Just go have a row about it. And then I guess with that said, this has been Brawl Fan 1, Super Sonic 407, and Rushetsu Rises of the SpiffyNeedleGeeks, and we will see you guys for E3 once that comes out. Hopefully we'll get some reaction videos coming through. We'll see what happens with that. And until then, later.
All right. See you guys next time.